Hey, salam alaikum. Malaikum Bakwenda Sara. Salam alaikum Quadrilla Congo. Hopefully they don't call me to do something here and they don't interrupt the live. Hope you all having a great day. This video, it's about Mitikatikwa Santa Muerte versus the Regla Conga tradition Palo. A lot of people know that I practice both traditions. So they ask questions like, which one is stronger? Which one is better? I mean, that's the reason why I decided to name this Santa Muerte versus Palo. And my advice is neither or. It depends on the knowledge that you have. Although both traditions are very different. How can I explain this? If you've been practicing with Santa Muerte and you've been practicing for her, let's say 10 years, and you have an issue with a new Tata who has been practicing for a year, well, of course, that practitioner of Santa Muerte has a lot more tricks, a lot more knowledge than a Tata who's been practicing 1 year, right? But here is where it gets a little bit, Malekum Bakwenda Sara J. Ortiz. Here's where it gets a little bit interesting. They're different energies. For example, let's talk about the New Age, right? The New Age Santa Muerte, where a lot of times you involve a lot of prayers. Hey, how you doing, Avery? You get into praying a lot. It's almost it's similar, let's say, to an Orisha worship, where you have to ask, you have to implore, you have to beg, and you have to pray and pray and pray. I'm talking about the New Agers, okay? The ones with the rosaries and the ones doing the Catholic prayer. So it tends to take a little bit longer than the people who actually are working the energy, okay? Now, here's the thing. A gangulero, a tata en kisi, a tata en ganga, a tata yaya, we don't ask, we don't beg the spirit, go do this. Could you please do this for me? It's a different energy. It's like, go and do this. This is what I want you to do. And that spirit obeys us. That spirit has a treaty, a tratado, that it has to do what we ask for it. And the spirit of death, when it comes to the practice of a Santa Muerte, you're basically imploring, you're basically asking. Saludo, Mario Rodriguez. You're basically begging, and then you're praying, and you have to be there every day and do this and do that. Yes, sometimes the energy works fast, but not as fast. And trust me, or don't trust me, para person like me who works Palo and works with her, I know the difference. I see the difference. I feel the difference. Even though I don't work with rosaries, I don't work with, please, Santa Muerte, do this for me in the name of this, in the name of that, versus going up to the spirit and say, hey, this is my target. This is what I want you to do. We do fulazo, boom, the spirit goes on and does its work. It is way different. It's two different energies. And I have done a lot of readings, and I've given people the option. Listen, you asking me to read you with Mitikatikwa. Okay, I'll read you with Mitikatikwa. But how fast, when they hire me for a spiritual job, how fast do you want this job to be, right? How fast do you want this ensara or this spiritual job to get done? Or I let people know, I'm like, listen, I could do it with her, but you're gonna have to have patience. But if I do it with Palo, it's gonna be boom like that, right? It's in a different pace. It's in a different speed, and that's what I say is the difference. Now, when you're defending yourself, it's also kind of hard, because by the time you finish imploring, protect me, I need your help, that infumbe already has you. It's already working you. It's already on top of you, doing things to you. It's already messing with your spiritual balance. That's a difference. And I'm not trying to put down the tradition, because I am a priest with Mitikatikwa, and I love her energy. I work with her. I've been working with her since a child. But I will say, working with Palo, working with the Muerto, working with an Enfumbe, it's a lot faster. It's a different energy. Um, but like I said in the beginning, it depends. If that Tata has 1 year, 2 years, versus someone that works with Mitikatikwa, okay, the traditional way, who does also spiritual work, who works the energy, versus somebody who is praying, okay. Um, well, of course, that Mitikatikwa priest is gonna do a lot of damage, or could interrupt the spiritual energy around that tata, because that tata or yaya is not experienced enough. So, but to be honest with you, from my experience, and I'm gonna keep saying this without getting people upset, without getting people angry, the energies of Nkisi Malongo are way faster, way stronger. It's a different beast. I've seen a lot of houses incorporating Santa Muerte. Okay, J. Ortiz. Yes, that happens a lot. And let me explain something. If you guys work with clients, whatever you do in closed doors to get a result, to give the client what they want, I'm fine with it. If you have to infuse two energies, two different practice, two knowledges, I'm fine. Where I'm not okay with is when you say Santa Muerte is part of Nkisi Malongo. Santa Muerte is part of Palo. And here you go making an Nganga and you put her statue in there. That's why we have Centella. That's where I say no. It doesn't work that way, because you're trying to change the tradition. You're trying to water down the tradition. You're trying to change the culture. It's not fair to the Congolese, and it's not fair to the Aztecs. And that's where people start claiming and say, yeah, there's a book out there by, what's his name? Carlos Montenegro. Carlos Montenegro, where he describes an Nganga a la Santa Muerte, which is not, it doesn't exist. Now, if you want to do something like that on your private practice, and it's something just for you and stuff, and you want to infuse their energies, I don't care what you do. If you get results, I don't care what you do. If that works for you, hey, that is fine. But what I'm against is if you go out there and claiming Mitsikatsikwa Santa Muerte is part of Palo. It's not. Or Palo is part of Mitikatikwa, and here we go, like we see today, right? When we see this Mitikatikwa priest or Santa Muerte priest using the colors of the Orishas, using the Elekes of the Orishas, and all they do is replace. I'm gonna turn my car here because it's getting a little bit hot. All they do is replace. They put a little necklace or a little fidget of her, or a little something metal part of her in the neck, stealing someone else's belief system. It's, you guys can do whatever the hell you want, right? If it makes you happy and stuff, is do whatever you want. What I'm against is changing the culture, and claiming something, or stealing the culture of someone else, and saying this is part of her. Okay, Even though, and I've said it in my videos, even though a lot of the belief systems from Central America, Mexico, come from the Congolese. If we're gonna talk about the Olmecs and stuff like that, if you guys do your research, a lot of that information comes from that. But it's different names, different cultures, different types of energy, different language, different ways of working her. Even though with Mitsikatsikwa, I'm not saying the New Age Santa Muerte, and I need to look for a better word than saying the New Age, but working with a new statue compared to the traditional way or the Aztec way, right? With the Mitsikatsikwa and Miklantikutli, we do have a lot of herb working. We work with a lot of herbs, the herbs that are in the region. So Palo, the Mayumberos, Yayas and Tatas, just like they work with herbs in that tradition, we also work with herbs where we say curanderos and we do things with herbs. Now it's not as extensive as Palo because in the Central America and Mexico area, when we want to damage somebody, we normally do it through ingestion, like making a cake, or put in food, put in a drink, and that's where the damage happens when they ingest it. Where here is through fulazo, is through spiritual, is through the air, is involving the different elements. Where in the practice of mitikatikoa is hardly involving the elements. Okay, I hope that makes let me see what it says here. Hey, Malekum Bakwenden Sala Luna Ray. I hope it makes sense. A lot of people have been asking me, are you gonna be making more Mitikatikwa Santa Muerte videos? I'm trying to stay away from that because a lot of people have misinterpreted my videos. In the Santa Muerte community, there's a lot of hate. Um, no credit is given to those that are putting information over there. They'll take something. For example, one of my first videos that I made on her is when I had another YouTube channel called Espiritista Jose, where I started. Nobody had this before, and I started using the bell and showing people how to ring the bell to call upon their energy. Now, a lot of people up there are using the bell and stuff, but there was no, oh yeah, I came up with this and that. There was no credit given. There's a lot of things that I talk about in my videos, and next thing you know, people are using this stuff, and there's no credit given. So a lot of my elders were like, "Mijo, from my family. Carlitos, mijo, I think it's time for you to cool down on the Santa Muerte videos and stop giving the family secrets away, giving this our bloodline secrets away. So out of respect, I'm like, okay, fine, because I don't want issues with my line, my lineage, my family for exposing secrets that belong to us. So that's the reason why I have chilled, come down a lot on talking about Mitikatikwa. Even though I want to answer this video, the question for this video, which one is stronger? It depends on the practitioner. It depends on the knowledge that you have. It depends on the years, or like we say in Palo, it depends on the maña, on your ability on how to do things, the knowledge, the knowledge of root working, the knowledge of spirituality, the knowledge on how to control those energies, how to summon those energies, how to manipulate those energies and send those energies where you're going. And of course, you also, like in Palo, you have to have the knowledge of the moon. You have to have the knowledge of how the air moves. You have to have the knowledge of the stars, which in our thing with Mitikatikwa, we believe that the person's story is already written in the stars. So we work that part of the stars. We work the part of the astro, which in Palo is the same thing. When we call upon the astros, they're very similar, but again, it just depends on your knowledge. Now, if it's somebody who has 15 years in Palo and someone who has 15 years in Mitsikatsuka, and I'm gonna say it again without anybody getting hurt. From my experience, this is my experience. I think a Tata Nganga or Yaya Nganga would do a lot of damage because it's different types of work. Palo is a direct energy. Once again, is not imploring. And okay, let me rephrase this. 15 years of a Tatenganga or Yayenganga versus 15 years of someone who is working New Age. Those that have the rosaries, those that just smoke and they want to say in a number in the name of Jesus, Santa Muerte, do this, and they get on their knees and they're begging stuff. They're gonna get hurt. They're gonna get hurt because the New Age, from everything that I seen, the New Age is probably turning on the candle and begging. By the time you finish with that prayer, that enfumbe, that spirit is all over you and is doing a lot of harm. No disrespect to anyone. I don't mean to get anybody booty hurt, anybody angry with this, but it's my humble opinion is from everything that I've experienced and working with that energy myself, where I have said, okay, I'm gonna work with Mitikatikwa, and I'm like, man, it's taking a while. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and infuse that, and I'm gonna add a fulazo to it. All right, I'm a Real Muerto. I'm gonna do something with the impolos, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some gunpowder in there, and I'm gonna scent the muerto. And within a few days, that's like boom, it's different. It's a lot different. And trust me, I've been working with Mitikatikwa for a very long time. And no disrespect to her, no disrespect to Santa Muerte, no disrespect to any practitioner, any priest of that tradition. They're just two different energies. And it also depends on your knowledge. I hope I gave justice to that question. Guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing a new video series that I started yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, where I start talking about the different herbs, the different incunias that we use in Palo. It's gonna be, I believe, like 300 videos or more on the different types of incunias. Okay, so don't forget to check out that video. And once again, don't forget that this information is brought to you by thespiritualalchemist.com. For more information, you can visit us at www.thespiritualalchemist.com. Those who wish to schedule a reading with either myself or with Yaya, my wife, go into their website, www.thespiritualalchemist.com. I'm going to put the link down there in the subscription where you guys are going to be able to click, and it'll take you there where and it's going to give you different tabs where it says spiritual products, the type of spiritual products that we have available, and where it says readings. Right there is where you will schedule either with myself or my wife. Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I love to be honest, and this is very hard words to swallow. And I'm not kissing ass or anything like that. But you have to give credit where credit is deserved. And I'm gonna say this again. There's a lot of people saying out there that my wife is way better at me than readings, and that is true. She, for some reason, female energies are like amazing, and that's why I always defend the female. Um, so do I suggest that you have readings with her? Yes, I do. Okay, because sometimes when I have something that I got myself into and I'm all confused, I'm like, babe, do a reading for me. Okay, and it's not that I'm trying to kiss ass. It's not that I'm trying to put my wife up there, but it is what it is. Okay, my wife is she knows what she's doing. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. I gotta get back to work, and I'll see you later on another live in Cunha about the Incunias. All right, have a great day.